everyone.
Welcome to Coffee Beanery Sip and Share. I'm Britton.
I'm Patty.
And
we're tired.
We're very tired. We were up a lot last night. Yeah. We had a lot of storms.
So yeah, if any of you are in Michigan, Michigan got brutalized last night by some of the most intense storms I've ever seen.
I don't think they're the most intense storms I've ever seen. But
outside my window, it was like a strobe light, like a constant strobe light.
But the storm the night before was louder.
Okay,
but last night was definitely like a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Just waiting to see if tornadoes were going to hit and stuff.
Yeah, because it was under a tornado watch until like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And I'm watching where my son's at college and watch the red go over the map. And I'm just like, ugh. And I messaged him like, hey, everything okay? But I don't want to call him.
Right.
He finally messaged me back. Yeah, I was sleeping.
Like, slept through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Morning. I know. I took my kids down to the basement and Jason stayed in bed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, at least you and the kids will be okay, hopefully.
Right.
I always wonder how that works though. Like if my house falls down around me, like, can I get out?
Well, I think they're more worried about the roof blowing off and windows getting broken.
Yeah. Fair.
Like your whole structure really shouldn't collapse.
Yeah.
But people's have.
I mean, we just got it in Three Rivers, Michigan, a month or so ago.
Yeah.
And they had flattened homes.
Yeah, but then when they went and did the foundation of that neighborhood, these weren't built right.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
No, and they didn't. They were just on a slab, so they weren't underground. They were not structurally sound homes. Although very scary.
Mo says, did my pet rock David win anything for the photo contest?
I don't think we've chosen a winner
We
yet.
haven't. We thought our sale ended yesterday, but our email person sent another email today. So bonus day of the sale.
Yeah. We'll choose a winner though for the contest.
Yes, we will.
Oh my gosh, I am so tired.
I know. We saw some really cute pet photos though. Good morning, Deborah. Loved seeing everybody's different animals that they have. It's going to be hard to choose. I guess it's going to be random generator.
Random.
Yeah. Because there's no way to do it otherwise.
Right.
Morning, Deborah. Did you get your mango coffee? I know you did because you told me you did, but
you did.
I sent her some R&D coffee to try too. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We had some good flavors this last time. That will be in future boxes because after we tried them at during our live last week, I went and assigned them to boxes. So
okay.
So we'll get to try those later.
I know. Jessica came and she's like, can I have a sample for my daughter? I'm like, yeah, just go tell Patty right now.
Yeah.
You might not get it.
Yeah. Everybody really liked those ones.
And yeah, we survived the storms last night and there's more today, right?
More today, more tomorrow, and I think more Friday as well. We're getting beat up with storms all week.
Lovely.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But
today is not supposed to be as bad as yesterday though.
Yeah. Lots of people without power. Luckily we have power and
sounds like
no tornadoes.
Flooding. I know the Sheboygan Dam is like at bursting stage.
Yeah.
So
they said that we've been in a drought for the last couple of years and we've already exceeded it with the amount of rainfall we've already got. And I'm guessing everybody else is kind of in the same boat. So
I'm so curious.
Mo says that her pet rock is the oldest pet at 51 years old.
That's fair.
I don't know. There could be a tortoise in there, Mo. I mean, or if someone had a Greenland shark, those are 400 years old, Mo. You don't know. I don't know. I didn't look through all the things yet. Maybe someone has a pet shark. Don't know.
Could be.
I don't know.
It sounds like the dam is not given yet.
Oh, that's good.
Yet, so that's really good.
That's good. Remember a couple years ago when one of the dams broke and it
the Sanford Lake Dam?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And then now there's no lake there anymore?
Well, there is now. So they had to pay an insane amount of money to fix the dam because all these people had lakefront property and then the dam broke and it ruined a huge lake.
Yeah.
Completely dry. And so they had to rebuild the dam, and they actually just finished it, I think, like 2 weeks ago, and they were supposed to open it in like a week or something.
Oh, seriously?
And they actually opened it early to try to take some of the pressure off the Sheboygan Dam.
Oh, wow.
So the lake should be full again now.
Doesn't it worry you, like some of the infrastructure and like just hoping that people are constantly like bridges and dams?
I guess that dam that failed, they'd been warning for a long time that it was like in disrepair and nobody wanted to pay for it. And then next thing you know, there is no dam.
Yeah, I get we don't want to pay for it, but guess what happens? It's worse if we don't fix it.
Yeah. It's supposed to be close to 90.
Okay, how is it 90? It is April. Okay. And I think here on Sunday it's supposed to be back in the 40s. So
I'm curious now. That's probably sounds about right. It's
yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah.
What does it say?
This weather, guys. This weather's gonna kill me.
Sunday 46, 33. Yeah.
Like it was 75. I slept with my fan on last night.
Yeah, we had to turn the air conditioner on.
Yeah, and I don't think I turned my boiler off yet. I really need to do that. But I guess I shouldn't because it's going to get cold again. I'm probably going to have a fire.
They had all that snow up in northern Michigan. They're worried about that.
Yeah. They called it sprinter. It's like spring, winter.
Yeah.
Like I saw Mackinac Island is still covered in snow.
It's pretty crazy. I wonder what Marquette looks like.
Did you see that video of the guy who went snowmobiling? Because a lot of people snowmobile on the lakes, which, oh my God, that's terrifying. Like, you guys, it is 200 feet deep in some areas.
It's frozen.
It is
so, the ice is so thick.
It doesn't matter. It's not enough. If you do it, no.
It's fine.
You're going down so deep, they're never going to find your body.
It's not going to happen.
It's terrifying.
You can literally snowmobile over open water.
They do it all the time, and I'm not a fan. But the guy, he was on I guess they told him not to go out, and he did anyway, and it broke off, and he got stranded on like a patch of ice, and the Coast Guard had to rescue him. And they rescued the snowmobile, and I would have been like, your snowmobile's with God now.
Yeah.
I'm not rescuing it.
It's funny. Yeah, but really you don't want the gas and the oil and that kind of stuff in the water. It's not good for the water.
Yeah, fair. We do have a lot of...
It's going to be in the 80s in Connecticut.
Lovely
hot here. It's already 70.
Like, what's up with this, guys?
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Not 52 on Sunday.
Yeah, 80 today, 50. Yeah.
I think it would be warm here if it wasn't going to rain all day. It's going to rain all day for the rest of the week.
It's going to be muggy and humid. No big deal.
Yeah. I will say, though, we're getting eggs again, so our chickens are liking it.
Oh, really? Do they like weather or something? Like the chicken weather?
It's just supposed to be warm enough for the prima donnas to start laying eggs again.
Do they not lay in the winter?
Not even a little bit. I mean, our chickens don't lay for like 8 months of the year. It's ridiculous. Too hot? No.
I had no idea.
Too cold? Absolutely not.
No idea chickens were like this.
They're not supposed to be. But ours are.
You get new chickens.
We skip summer and go to fall. I feel like I'd be okay with that. I do like summer.
I like mild summer. If it just was 75 every day. No, like 73, 74 every day.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with that.
An occasional 80.
Yeah. But okay, like how do we get so freaking cold in the winter and then so freaking hot in the summer? Like,
yeah.
Why?
And humid.
Yes.
You open your pool next week. Oh my gosh.
I love that, Deborah.
I was like, our tarp or whatever, the pool cover broke this winter. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
What do you mean? Like what's in the
No, there's like a bunch of leaves and stuff on the cover. So I don't know how we're going to get it off because it's got like a rip in it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. You might just have to let it all go in there and fish it out. I don't know.
Yeah.
That sounds awful. Do you have a pool skimmer or something?
Yeah, but it's just like when the leaves sit in there all winter, it's like, it's just gross. So
how do you drain it? Does it have a drain?
Kind of, yeah. We have drained it, but we're trying not to do that because then you have to start over with chemicals.
Oh God,
it's a big mess.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
The idea of having a pool and the upkeep doesn't sound super fun.
It's not that bad once it's like up and running.
Yeah.
Then it's just like once a week.
Okay.
But the setup, getting it there.
Yeah.
So Mother's Day is
the 10th of May
coming up.
Yeah. Really so soon. Because what's today? The 15th of April? Yeah. Our boxes are shipping.
Yeah.
Our
a lot
Shakespeare
of them,
boxes
I think, shipped yesterday.
Yeah.
And
There's a couple stragglers.
Yeah. Well, some of the orders don't come in until today, so
Yeah.
those won't ship until today.
Yeah. So the Shakespeare sonnet boxes, which
Are
should
great
be interesting.
flavors. I think you guys are really gonna like them. They're unique.
Yeah, they're very unique flavors. So hopefully,
but good, not like weird, just unique.
Sometimes I go weird.
Yeah. Oh, that tax day.
Oh yeah. Did everyone file their taxes? Everyone's favorite day.
I have learned so much about taxes that I've been doing wrong for years.
Like what?
Like, first of all, we ended up owing this year, which whatever. I thought the payment was due by today.
Oh yeah.
That is not the case.
You just have to file.
You just have to have them filed by today.
Yeah.
Now, do I know when it's due? No.
Yeah.
But I made sure like I had the payment scheduled on the 10th and like all this stuff. And I'm like, I could have waited.
Yeah. Kept your money.
I probably should have filed an extension.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah. Done all the things.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Learned a lot this year.
The things that you don't
that
know.
I did wrong.
Yeah. The things you don't know until, somebody tells you. And it's crazy when you learn something, you're like, I never knew that. I could have done this differently for this many years.
I know.
It's kind of annoying.
Hopefully next year we won't owe money. But
yeah.
We did not plan well, I guess.
Yeah, it happens. Again, things you don't know until, what do they say, hindsight is 2020?
Yeah. Well, that's when my dad was in the office yesterday and he was like, oh, I need to find a tax person. I'm like, taxes is tomorrow. Like, And he's like, yeah, I did an extension. Like, what are you talking about?
Does he have one? Because I've got a great one.
I mean, he does. Yeah. I just think, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think he's looking for other advice. I think he's not happy with how his taxes are laying out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it probably just is.
That's funny. Bill got a note that his monthly box is supposed to come on Saturday. Yay. And we'll taste those flavors in our live next week, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Because then they go live next week.
Next
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's the 15th. So they go live next week.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Love that. The extension to file covers filing the return. Payment is still due even if the return is filed later.
Okay. But when is the payment due? Because my dad was making it sound like the payment is not due on the 15th. Like, you just have to have your papers in on the 15th.
Ugh. So glad I don't work for the IRS. That would not be a job for me.
Because he doesn't even know if he's going to owe or how much or whatever. So I'm so confused. I obviously need to do more research.
I don't know. Mo seems to know what she's talking about.
Yeah. Do you do taxes? Do you file taxes?
Are you a CPA?
Yeah. Is this your job?
Yeah.
Payment is due the 15th.
Oh.
So then is he going to get in trouble because he didn't make his payment by the 15th? And then they sent me all these like payment coupons, but I didn't do any of that. I don't really know because I just paid it.
Yeah. Can you pay online too?
I did.
Like,
I don't know. I use TurboTax, and so it like just let me schedule a date, and I just scheduled a date, and then it auto did everything.
I haven't seen payment coupons in years.
And then in the mail, I'm getting like payment coupons, and I'm like, but I already scheduled this.
And how many people don't have checkbooks anymore? Like, I hear more and more often. I do too, but I hear more and more often that people don't even have checkbooks or know how to use them because everybody does everything online.
I worked for DRS for state for over 20 years. Not income tax, but still enough to know. Okay.
What is DRS?
It's probably
Department of Revenue Services is my guess.
Okay.
We don't have something called
like
DRS.
A state or a federal organization?
She says for the state.
The state.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what's funny is how every state has different things. Like, you guys have DMVs, and for us it's called the Secretary of State. Like, it's like different departments in each state, and you like don't know. So like, it'd be really interesting to move to a new state and then try to like figure everything out.
Motor vehicles.
Yeah. And ours is called Secretary of State.
It probably would be nice to separate the Secretary of State and the Department of Motor Vehicles because Department of Revenue Services. You work for the state. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna do more research on this tax stuff.
Yeah. We got a lot to learn.
Hopefully we fixed our like deductions and this won't happen again, but who knows?
Yeah. It's
so confusing.
I know. When you get the W-9 and you're filling it out and you're like, I don't know.
Hi.
Yeah. Hey, Ness.
I'm like, I can't see
Hey, girl, how you doing? Nice to see your face today. Hope you're doing good. Hopefully you were good in the storms last night because that was not fun.
No.
Not fun for anybody. But yeah, so today we brought some of our gift sets in because it's almost Mother's Day.
It is almost Mother's Day.
What are you buying your mom for Mother's Day? Do you have any ideas?
Well, my mom's in Japan, so
yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no thoughts.
I always buy my mom a plant and my mother-in-law too. They're both plant people, so
My mom would not like a plant.
she likes the idea of plants and she thinks that she can take care of plants. However, I have her home plants on my plant app and I text her to remind her to water them.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
that's how that
you
works.
text me for Estelle too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I text everybody to take care of their plants on the days you're supposed to take care of them. Most of I worked for the Department of Motor Vehicles and then the Department of Revenue Service for a total of just over 33 years.
Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Very
I like
cool.
that. Government employees. My husband's a government employee, so
Yeah.
I like the health insurance.
He works at Secretary of State, right?
Yep. He manages a department in Lansing. Morning,
Nice.
Patty. Lovely to see you today.
Okay, so what you want a Vanna White?
Yeah, I do want to Vanna White this because our gift baskets are pretty cool. I like the idea of giving coffee. If you know somebody likes coffee, I feel like these are pretty impressive gift baskets to give, you know?
I agree. I am also the killer of all green things.
You should see my office. One day I'll have to do a bring in all my plants and just surround us
Oh my
by
gosh. There's so many. Plants just keep showing up in my office
because
too.
Britain has lovely windows. And so, yeah, like, but to be fair, you gave me a pot or planter. She just hands them to me. She gets a planter and I fill them.
I like plants. Like I like looking at them. I just can't care for them.
Yes. So I take care of them. And then when you were on vacation, I took some home and repotted them. You know, brought them back fresh, you know.
Didn't even know about this. I did notice the new little one in the window.
You got a wave cactus.
But then I put a Wi-Fi box next to it, so it's probably going to kill it.
Or maybe they'll help each other. I don't know. Because, you know, they say that your plants know when the person who takes care of them is around because they, like, emit some kind of, like, signal or something. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or if I just like to believe that. But, you know. They know Mama's home.
There are plants.
Yes, these are fake plants.
Oh yes.
No one takes care of those, and
oh my gosh, they're like the paint's like peeling.
They might be pretty old. Yeah,
they might be pretty old. Very long.
Good morning, Christina.
They're not in good shape.
Christina, we do have a giveaway for our pet contest on our main page. You have to find the post from April 10th and comment on that. So just a reminder to everybody listening. Make sure that you commented on the post for April 10th, the first post of the pet one on our main Facebook page. That is how to enter. A lot of people were entering on our VIP page, and I'm like, hey,
I would
don't
just
enter
post the
here.
pictures. I wasn't even entering.
Yeah, same.
Your husband has the green thumb.
Yeah, nice. I love that. And my outside garden it's time for that now too. So I'm pretty excited.
My daughter says she has a yellow thumb.
Yeah.
So she's not quite black and she's not quite green.
Yeah. She's doing good.
She's not bad.
And she waters her aloe when I message her to do it. So
she does.
You know, that's not bad. April 10th. Got it. Good. Okay. This basket that I have on my lap is a new basket. And it's called the Adventure Trunk.
Yeah.
Because it's an adventure of coffee from around the world. So this is all non-flavored coffee.
Yes.
We had before.
We still have.
I do. So I brought it there. It's the classic. The this one right here. Sorry, my chair makes noises.
This one?
Yep. So this was our first one. Well, this and the Right Roast were our only baskets I think that I can think of off the top of my head that were non-flavored.
Yeah.
So people don't like flavored coffee. That's okay. That doesn't hurt our feelings. We have obviously a
fabulous
plethora.
Unflavored coffee.
Yeah. But this is just kind of like, so the Right Roast is like a 6-pack, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that has 6 flavors or 6 varietals. This one has 12.
Yeah.
And then this one steps it up to, what is it, 18 or 20?
20, I believe.
Yeah. Of the varietal coffees. And it has, you know, Colombian, Costa Rica, Lamanita, Terrazoo, Beanery, Kenyan, Ethiopian, Sumatra.
Both of these do come in a flavored coffee version as well.
Yes.
But we had a lot of people asking for an unflavored version.
Yes. The flavored version of this size is called the Indulgence. And the flavored version of this one that also does have some non-flavored.
They both are a mix.
Yeah, you're right. They are both a mix. And that one is called our Trunk of Samplers.
Yeah.
So I love this because it is in a little trunk It looks like, you know,
Like a
little
faux
suitcase.
leather.
Yeah,
trunk.
and you know, these would be cool like if you had like a birthday and you wanted to like put cards in it afterwards.
Yeah.
You know,
treasure trunk.
a little treasure chest, or I don't know, putting your secrets inside. I don't know.
Keep your secrets in there.
Yeah, but it has like a faux leather paper on it, and then like this little clasp. So it definitely looks kind of cool and high end. And again, it's just like a unique, different gift to give to
Yeah.
anybody. Don't forget Father's Day is coming up too. So, you know, Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation gifts, anything like that is fun.
Yeah.
There's a little layer of shred right here I'm playing with. So yeah, that is the adventure trunk.
And the classic selection.
And the classic.
It's the smaller version.
Yes. Now, this big behemoth, and I swear it weighs like 10 pounds. What do you think this weighs?
I think it's like 7.8 or something.
Oh, it's
but
heavy.
It's close to 10.
It's heavy. And I'm sorry, the plastic is still on it, but it just, this is the way we wrap it. So we build it and then wrap it in shrink wrap to keep everything in. So then, you know, it stays all together.
Move around while it's, you know, in transit.
Yeah. This is one of our biggest and most popular gift baskets.
Yeah.
There's one basket that is a little bit more upgraded. It's the same basket, but it has Hawaiian Kona and Jamaican Blue Mountain in it. So it's a more expensive basket because it has those premium coffees in it.
Bill says he can't concentrate since Patty's talking about the frisky plants.
Did I say frisky plants?
Yes, you did. When their owners get close.
Oh, jeez.
That's so funny.
You know, I say such weird things, Bill, that I don't even know what I say half the time.
I know. We just kind of are used to it.
We just keep talking and don't even realize that I've said something completely unhinged. So
fair. Yes, this basket is huge.
Hey, Bill, you know what I found out the other day too is because I was looking for themes because I'm already working on next year. And I was looking at things that are in the public domain. And one of them that is in the public domain is Little Shop of Horrors. Does anybody remember that movie from the 80s with the plants that eat people?
I wasn't alive.
It's got Rick Moranis in it. And it's, what's the plant's name is Seymour. It's like a giant Venus flytrap and it's a cannibal.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I want to do that for Halloween. And I was just like, I don't know, plants that eat people. I don't know if I can do it.
Like what kind of coffee would we even make to go with that? You know,
I put it on my idea board, but I can't. I don't know. But I do have Halloween for next year figured out.
Okay.
So yeah,
feed
me, Seymour. She knows.
I've heard that line before. I just don't know what it's from.
Yes.
My dad says that.
Yes, because the guy's name is Seymour, and the plant will go feed me. So I haven't seen this movie in like 30 years.
Yeah.
And it used to scare me because it came out when I was little and I don't know why I got to watch it, but the idea of plants eating people is kind of terrifying.
It's probably so ridiculous now. Like probably going back and watching it,
it's like
so ridiculous.
animatronic, like, you know, probably really stupid looking, but you know, it was the 80s, man. Everything was more fun.
Yeah.
Like the big ants from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watched some of those with the kids and they're so ridiculous.
I know, but so good and classic. But I don't know, did you grow up with that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We did.
There's an old version with Jack Nicholson that is a riot of Little Shop of Horrors. I did not know this. Okay, I want to check that out. I love it. Okay, so this is the Beanery Gourmet.
And it's got what? Crackers.
It's got so much stuff in it because it's heavy. Good morning, Donna. Lovely to see you.
All sorts of good stuff in here.
There are 2 full travel mugs, and they're
like
the nice Yeti ones.
Yeah.
There's 2 full 12-ounce bags of coffee. There is a tin of the Dulcetto cookies. There's a hot cocoa, a little thing of Monin French vanilla
fancy
syrup. Yep. There's some crackers. There's like 20 things of little coffees. There's some coffee mints. There's some jam. Like this is like, you're the best and I want to impress you. And when you open it, you're like, holy crap, someone loves me.
Go to Aldi and grab some cheese and you have a full charcuterie board.
Yeah, absolutely. I love
We used to do cheese wheels in some of our baskets, but
they said they were shelf stable, but I think that was,
I don't know.
I think
so
it
we
was
recommend
suspect.
you get the cheese on your own.
You know, anything that's shelf stable, sometimes you're like,
But the jams in there are so good.
Yeah, they are really good. So again, this is the
Beanery Gourmet.
Beanery Gourmet.
And there is an even nicer version of this basket with Jamaican and Kona.
Yeah, if you really want to impress somebody.
A big treat.
A big treat.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing is heavy.
Vanna White, the barrels.
Okay, so these barrels are not new, but the design is new.
Yeah, we got a new design, a newly designed barrel.
If you are a person who orders our bulk pods, this is so awesome to have because this is great storage if you don't have one of the, like displayers or drawers or whatever. This is just super cute on your counter. And again, reusable packaging because this is wood.
And
right?
there is an opening string, so you don't have to struggle like Patty just said if you just pull the
I'm a child.
String.
I'm a child. This one I brought today is the decaf one because we have this in flavored, we have it in all unflavored, and then we have it in decaf, which is awesome because we have a lot of people who need decaf.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Decaf is great. And you guys obviously found the best place for decaf. And that's us.
And there's 30 pods?
Yes.
I think it's 30 pods in this barrel.
Yes. So pods. Steve Martin, you'll be a dentist. You'll have a talent for causing things pain. Yes. You're right. Rick Moranis wasn't in that. It was Steve Martin. Thank you. Yes. That's so great.
Like, I don't know.
You gotta watch
I know
it.
Steve Martin. I don't know who the other person is.
Rick Moranis is the dad from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was in like lots of the 80s. Oh, he was in Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
One of the main guys. Okay, so this one has a bunch of different pods and in decaf, and they fit lovely in this barrel. No repeating flavors.
No repeating flavors.
No.
And this barrel is packed.
Yeah.
Like we could not fit.
Yeah. It takes up my whole torso.
They have to be stacked perfectly to fit all of those in the barrel.
I tried doing it and I was not.
Yeah. Vicky was gone for a week and she is like, I put him in a bucket and I can't figure it out. So
I was not the one.
She said Rick Moranis was the one who raised the plant. He was.
That's right. Thank you.
So
I knew something. I was somewhere.
You were right on track.
I was somewhere in La La Land. Between the two of us, Britton is the problem solver. I'll be like, Britton. But I made a sign for her desk that was like, don't ask me things that I can't or that you can't Google. And so now I try to make that my mantra before I ask Britton things because I really will just go to her and she's like, you could just Google like nicely, but.
Well, 90% of the time I'm going to Google it too.
Yes, true.
And then I'm going to figure it out. But yeah, if you can see, these are like stacked perfectly in there.
Yes. Did you make that?
I didn't make this. No, Vicky did. But
you never know.
It's a puzzle.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes, and just nice like reusable packaging.
I feel like it fits like 25, like just tossed in there. But to get those extra couple, because we really wanted to get as many as we could.
Yeah,
you had to.
And the lid has got an airtight seal on it. Not to promise that it's airtight because it is wood, but it does have an airtight seal around it.
Kind of gives it that give.
Yeah. And you can just buy the barrels on their own if you wanted that in your kitchen for coffee storage.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Now this big behemoth Britton is picking up is our grand sampler. This is one of our first baskets that we did.
Yeah, this basket's been around a long time.
Yeah.
We've gone through some iterations of the actual box.
Yeah, but it's a big one.
So it's again that like faux leather. It's got, the faux leather straps.
Yeah.
And the clasp.
Yes. And
I don't even know how many flavors are in here.
I don't either. You're better at counting the math.
1, 2, 3, 4,
counting
5,
the
6,
math.
7 times 4.
Yeah.
28.
Sure.
28.
Sure.
So it's got 28.
Yeah.
I got one of the barrels, but sadly it was defective.
Oh,
was it
did you
the
have
old
some?
style without the straps on it? Because we were having so many issues with those. That's why we got a different style of barrel.
Yeah. We actually had to really work through that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They were in the heat and cold. They were like expanding, contracting, and they were just awful.
The bane of our existence is what they were.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one's really fun too because it has a mix of flavors. It has a mix of unflavored.
Yeah.
And it's just, again, if you want to try, and these little sampler, 1.75, right? So a little mini. Don't forget to like buy these on your own. If there's ever a flavor that you want to try that you just don't want to commit to the full bag, we most likely have it in a flavor, unless it's one of our coffees of the month,
LTOs.
the limited time coffees. If it's an everyday coffee, we most likely have it in a sampler
Yeah,
bag.
I think we have almost all of them.
Yes.
Just some of the newer ones we're missing.
Yeah. So, you can grab one of those and
Well, this is, I mean, this makes an entire pot of coffee. So this
Mhm.
is an entire month of
Mhm.
coffee right here.
and I always preface that depending on how you like to make it. If you do a lot of coffee, then you might want a little bit more, but for
Or just
me
do
it's
less
perfect.
water, yeah.
Yeah, for me it's perfect.
So
yeah.
Yeah, these are really nice. So with Mother's Day around the corner, and I believe these all ship for free to a physical address.
Yes. Remember, P.O. boxes are weird. P.O. boxes always cost more to ship
In
to,
the continental US. Yeah.
Yeah.
The USPS is an absolute nightmare.
There's no nice way to say it. They just are.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. You love the set you got in your mystery box. I don't even know what we put in those.
I'm trying to remember what I put in your box, Deborah. It's been a minute now.
And
That
there
was fun, though, to
some
treat everybody.
trees, some
Yeah.
advents, some
Yeah.
sleighs.
Yeah. There's
There's an
mix.
assortment.
Yeah, there's a mix of everything in those.
There might have been some
And everybody's box was a little bit
of
different,
the gold
too.
executives in there.
Yeah. I don't remember if I put those in or not.
I don't know either. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
But
yeah.
Lots of fun stuff for Mother's Day. The sale did get extended one day. So if you didn't use the code yet, go ahead and you can still order today.
Yes. Anything else we need to share?
I don't think so. Gosh. I may not have any kids, but I have been called a mother.
Absolutely.
You can buy yourself a Mother's Day gift too.
Absolutely.
I think that's fair.
Absolutely. Family's who you make it.
Or you've been called a mother. Is that where we're going with this?
No, I do strongly believe family is what you make it. My oldest, who's getting married, he is actually my stepson, not my biological son, but I am his mother in every way, shape, and form. And at his wedding, I will be his mother. I have now ordered 7 dresses for this wedding.
Gosh.
I know. I don't know. We're going to see how that goes.
Have you tried them on though?
Yes, I have sent back 6. I have a 7th coming.
Okay, so you just don't like any of them.
I don't like my body. It's not the dress, it's me.
Well, then you're just going to have to pick something.
Yeah, I got a few more months. Yeah. Oh, Patty messaged me yesterday. She emailed me.
Yeah.
And she's like, I cleaned my coffee pot and my coffee tastes amazing again.
Good.
And I told her what somebody messaged us and said that their coffee tasted like pond water. And I'm like, oh, sweetie, you might need to clean the algae out.
Yeah, you have to clean your coffee pot.
So if someone ever messages us and says that something tastes weird, our first thing is like, have you cleaned your coffee pot and when,
Yeah, because even the calcium and stuff will build up in those lines.
Yes. Water sits in there. They stay wet, if you don't open it and dry it out, water is mold, guys. So this is your PSA to stop what you're doing and go clean your machine and get the mold out of it because it happens and that's okay. But clean it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful week. And yes, happy tax day, Bill.
Happy tax day. Bye.
Bye.